This was a problem I read. I'm done. I'm done. This was a problem I read in a waterboarding quiz book the other day. I'm in front of a wall. Wait. Sorry. He's Conan. I'm in front of a wall. We got our live translation going. Yep. Would you like to play from the beginning, or would you like to play where you left off? ChatGPT invented quotes, says Speclad. Well, it's probably gonna... ChatGPT is just gonna do things. By the way, for anybody who hasn't seen, doesn't understand what's going on here, so this is live translation provided by ChatGPT, but then so that we can get some terrible translation in the double brackets, that's Google Translate. So it will usually be an absolute nightmare. Let's start from the beginning, though. I will start from the beginning. Yeah. The brackets are Google. The brackets are me. So I added the brackets so that I could distinguish the Google part from the ChatGPT part. Park. Welcome to Park! By the way, I've given up on getting the mouse cursor out of the way. It keeps on reappearing, so just don't worry about it. The mouse cursor is just gonna be there. Conan, Mitsuhiko, Ayumi, and Genta are playing a simple water quiz game at the park. Basically, get the questions right or you get waterboarded. That's the game. Maybe I need to do something to make sure that the first line is separate, or this might get a little bit weird. Let's wait though. Let's see if it gets worse. It's Genta's turn. Oh, I see. This is okay. They don't actually have a name at the top. It's just, I'm supposed to know who they are because I should give a shit. Oh, right, of course.
Hurry up and give me a question.
All right, let's go. A. I suspect the A is coming from the mouse cursor being somewhere weird. That's probably what it anticipated as an A. Frickin' mouse cursor, go away! The mouse cursor drives me absolutely mad. ... A large truck trying to pass under the bridge. So this is testing our skills at logic. Did that stop early, or is it just wrong? Maybe it's just, we'll see what the translation has to say. But the top part was just 1 centimeter too high and it couldn't pass through. Okay. Truck was too big. But that still actually sounded like George's English voice, says Eric in chat. Well, we're only gonna do worse from here.
Why didn't he just go around?
Yeah, that capture looks correct. I'm just being a little bit concerned about the OCR. If he went around, it would be a really long detour, so he wanted to pass under the bridge. I might, do some pronoun changing myself when it's obvious what the pronoun is supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, you get this voice. But in the end, the truck managed to pass through under the bridge perfectly. I played the beginning of this game in a separate thingy, which will eventually be released, so I know what's happening here. Now, how did they manage to do it?
Huh? Nani?
It just missed the second line entirely, whatever. Did they speed up and go through it quickly? They passed through successfully? Yeah, that's right. Just go fast, destroy the bridge, it'll be great. Oh god, what have I done? But the truck would break! That will destroy the truck. Actually, I think that will destroy the truck is a much better translation. That's true. Oh, there are two young women characters. Obviously, they turned the truck sideways, this spec lad.
It's not a simple problem, is it?
That's right. The Conan the Barbarian Arnold Schwarzenegger joke is wildly outdated, but I figure everybody'll get it.
Huh? Conan, do you understand?
The second girl was drugged with the same formula that shrunk Jimmy, says Airdrake. Somebody will get that reference. Of course, the driver of that truck was the truck's driver. Yeah, I'll bet the driver of the truck was the truck's driver. Well, the driver of the truck is Miku. Oh, thanks. It was very important that we know who the truck's driver is, what his name was, or her name was. Oh dear, that's not going to translate correctly. Sorry, I'm unable to translate the last portion accurately as it seems to be a garbled or unreadable text. I want to be a part of your life, 23. Let's see if we can get this OCR'd a little bit better. Something seems to be happening here. I seem to be doing a little bit better when I try and capture the entire screen. But only a little bit. Well, given that for some reason we just cannot, for the life of us, capture this one. Okay, I need to do a little bit of debugging of the live translator, I'm afraid. One moment. Using a slightly different technique, it is faintly better while also not being adequately better. But let's find out. My apologies for the long pause there. Plug in, turn it, wheels. Well, so the obvious answer is he let a little bit of air out of the tires to lower the everything. Doo-doo, you did it good. You figured it out, genius.
They deflated the tires of the truck and managed to pass under the bridge. Good job, Conan. If they pass under the bridge, they can just refill the tires with air again. OCR error.
No nail polish, you always will. That's Fan Weapon in chat. Shockingly, I don't wear nail polish.
I see.
I think dang it, I must have screwed up something in the cropping. One moment, I still have it. Everything's fine. Everything's great. No bugs. There we go. That looks pretty good. What was your voice? If you deflate the tires, the truck's body will be about 1 centimeter lower. Well, I mean, if you deflate the tires the right amount, truck tires are quite chunky. That's how they were able to pass through.
Even if it seems impossible to pass through at first glance. Bye.
Oops. Truck tires could literally bulldoze you, yeah.
If you change the shape a little, you can pass through.
A great lesson for us all. Maybe? I don't know what that means. That's not very interesting. I think that's not funny is probably closer. Because he could change his shape a little. Fat ass! Sorry. Next time it's my turn to be the driver! As in, okay, ChatGPT thinks this is more of a continuous story than it is. What it means is, like, the next one to actually tell the story, and I don't know why it thinks that this is Mitsuhiko, but no, it's somebody else. Mitsuhiko, it's your turn. Okay, let's go! Screen fades out, screen fades in, mouse cursor goes back to the middle. Ah! Why, mouse cursor, why? It's a problem! Yes, your birth is... Oh, you're talking about something else, okay. A man was found murdered while lying in a bed in a certain room. Kids show, kids game, man was found murdered. I mean, if you want to contribute anywhere where ChatGPT is fallen flat on its face, Van Wetman, I certainly wouldn't argue with it. The door to the room was locked, and the key to the window next to the the key to the window next to the door was open. The key was, I think the window was, yeah, the window was unlocked, and the key is just some random spare word that it dragged in out of nowhere. The key was open. There was a security bar on the window, so it was impossible to enter from there. A thief-proof fence. Fat kid is Genta, or Jorge. Scrawny kid is Mitsuhiko, or Mitch, says Erdrick in chat. There was only one key to the room, which was placed near the lamp on the table next to the bed. Now, how did the culprit leave the room after killing you, player? You, player, when you go to sleep after playing this game? You can only leave using the key, right? Probably you can only get in using the key, or you can only lock the door when you're done using the key, but fine, whatever. But the key was placed next to the lamp in the man's room. The room key was properly locked away. I got it. I think the idea is that the door was locked, so how is the key inside when the door was locked? Bit, we are currently solving a murder, so we're solving a murder on this fabulous keyboard, yes. Did they leave the room, lock it from the outside, then throw the key from the window? You can't throw it in so precisely near the lamp on the table, and it's very important that it exactly landed there. If the key was on the ground, then it would have been different in some way. If you have control like a baseball pitcher, you can manage somehow. Well, let's assume the murderer doesn't. Stop poking holes in my theories. It's impossible. It's different from throwing a ball. Throwing a key is different from throwing a ball. I can't argue with that. That's not an easy problem either, is it?
That's right.
Oops. Well, that was something like, huh? Conan, do you know the answer? I cleared it before I could actually read it, because I'm an idiot. Was Hello Kitty the murderer? I knew she was the trouble, says Bit in chat. Yeah, I mean, a cat could have easily gotten through the bars.
Yes, the culprit properly left from the room's door.
Conan's expression is like, my god, these idiots, says Specklad in chat. It really was. Then what happened to the key?
The key?
Okay, let's see if we can actually get this translated for once. That'll be nice. Yes, look at that! Look at how beautifully it captured it! Oh, that's actually gonna translate. Used a thread, used ice, threw a hole in the wall. I like the ice theory because it suggests that, what am I trying to say? Like, they made a key out of ice and then melted it? And the hole in the wall, I like it because that just basically means, like, well, you didn't give me all the information, so this puzzle was nonsense. But thread is sort of the obvious one. Conan Edogawa is named after mystery authors Arthur Conan Doyle and Edogawa Ranpo. He creates this name for himself on the spot when he's first confronted by his girlfriend Ran, says Erdrick in chat. No, he's Conan the Barbarian. How dare you suggest otherwise? They used a thread. Boo!
They used a thread to return the key inside the room.
Oh! Oh no, my poor cropping! Oh no! Oh god, the way I have it cropped, I assumed it would never go to the right of the return key graphic. Oh no, I need to fix it again!
After the culprit killed the man, they first passed a long thread through the key.
Okay, the Google Translate version appears to have gone really... Like, it's very repetitive in Google Translate for some reason. That's not usually how Google Translate screws up.
They hooked the thread on the lampstand and left the key outside through the window with the thread's length.
Check!
Then they locked the door with the key as they left and pulled the thread from the outside.
Check. We're gonna get a check mark at the end of every sentence now.
The thread is hanging from the lampstand.
Check.
When you pull the thread, the key will be dragged closer to the lampstand.
Check.
And when the key reached near the lampstand, this time they pulled only the end of the thread. Then the thread can release the key.
Yep. Got it. Needlessly complicated, but you know, whatever.
They escaped after closing the window. In that case, the culprit.
This was a problem I read. I'm done. This was a problem I read in a waterboarding quiz book the other day. You know, they were teaching me how to waterboard people, and they suggested this question. His dad works for the CIA. Good God. Well, thanks for your waterboarding quiz book question. Very useful. This time it's a Yumi's turn, right? Check. Reset, put the mouse cursor back in the middle.
I can't think of any problem. I can't come up with anything.
Waterboarding quiz. Don't say things like that. Please think of something. I don't know why you were hearing me laughing at 2x speed, Eric. How'd you manage that? The question is, how are you watching the stream at 2x speed? It's live! You're experiencing it now! Erdrick is, wait, which way would this go? Erdrick is on a ship going nearly, he's the one on the ship going nearly the speed of light. I had to catch up. You're the only one cheating, that's right! Yeah, that's right, you're cheating by not providing a question for a game. That's a terrible cheat, how dare you.
In that case, how about this? Yeah.
The check mark is gonna drive me crazy. That's the return symbol at the bottom right.
When a certain girl entered a store, a man bought something worth about 100 yen.
The question is, why are these kids thinking about the best way not to get caught with murder, says Van Whitman in chat. Because that's their actual job, being murderers.
He paid with a 500 yen coin and received all the change in 50 yen coins.
Sure you need the bottom line in your crop, says Speclad in chat. So, I mean, I could probably go a little bit less far down than I do, but it goes both pretty far down and pretty far to the right, so I don't think there's a useful way to make the distinction that we are trying to make here.
Wondering why he wanted only 50 yen coins, I followed the man and killed him!
How dare you only want 50 yen coins? You must die. You need a non-rectangular shape, says Speclad. Yeah, the best way to crop this would be to sort of separately crop out that.
The man then bought something worth about 100 yen at another store, and I killed him for that. He paid with a 500 yen coin and received all the change in 50 yen coins. Why did that man need so many 50 yen coins? Why, dear God, why?
Is that the end?
Yes, that's it. That's it. I don't know how to say words.
Can I click the mouse button to do this? It's a difficult problem, isn't it? Oh yeah, mouse button also does that. Neat. How about this button? Does this button do it? Was there a game center that only accepted 50 yen coins? Oh, that button does do it. Wait. Does this control the mouse? No, okay. How about this button? Will this button do it? Just try every button on the entire console.
That would be fine in that case. Let's exchange the pills at the game center.
As in, he could exchange for 50 yen coins at the game center. That button works too. Wow, there's so many ways.
There is no need to go around the store multiple times just to get change in 50 yen coins. That's true.
I promise you, Van Whitman, this does eventually become a game. This is just the part where they're, testing whether you know how to think.
Did Conan understand? Because there are no hints, well...
What? Even Conan doesn't know! He's the only one of us with a functioning brain! I think he meant, was that even a case? Says Van Whitman in chat. Okay. It's not a big deal, right? It is a big deal. Conan must know all. Conan is our god.
Then do you guys know? ...
What is the answer, Ayumi-chan?
I don't know.
Head empty, says Van Whitman in chat. You don't know? Where are you going, mouse cursor? I'm not touching the mouse. Mouse cursor? Y'all having fun, mouse cursor? Just sort of off on a little adventure? Okay.
I saw someone like that about a week ago, and I killed him.
Well, you brought haunted Hello Kitty electronics, says Van Whitman in chat. It is my fault, that's true. Was it really the story of someone you saw? Hey, yeah, you know, she was just trying to figure out some weirdo and using Conan to figure it out.
And that person, why did they do such a thing? For that you must die.
That's why Ayumi is studying waterboarding. So get the man to answer why he needed so many coins, says Specklad in chat. Study that waterboarding manual, waterboarding some guy getting 50 yen coins. It all makes sense to me. I thought
you might understand, Conan. ...
LOL. Why did you think Conan would understand? Because he's the titular character, obviously. We understand better than Conan, that's right! Because you also don't understand? The end of story. Yo!
I can hear shouting. What's that?
It wasn't me!
Oh god, why have I chosen that voice? I've made a terrible error.
It must be you. The culprit is...
The winner is... and the winner is... the culprit! Oh, hell yeah, this music. What? Erdrick, is this music also from the anime? It seems like there's a dispute, huh? God, hell yeah, this music.
Is there any evidence that I committed the crime?
I have only regrets for choosing that voice.
Are you going to fire me without any evidence and blame me for the crime?
I mean, if you committed a crime, he'll presumably have you arrested. That's a lot more than firing you, but whatevs. I guess, you know, you have your concerns. What the hell voice did I give you?
Was it only you who had the key besides me? Saying something like that.
Most of the soundtrack is jazzy, but some of the action scenes sound like this, says Erdrick. You mean jazzy?
It wasn't me! It's a misunderstanding!
Well, at least he seems a little bit upset about it. It seems like some kind of incident! This is not what I think of when I think of jazz, says Erdrick. Then you need to expand your jazz vocabulary!
Shall we go and check it out?
It's the boys' detective crew's turn, right? And to hell with the 2 girls on the team.
Hey, wait a minute.
They're honorary boys, says Specklad. Okay.
Don't you really want to jump out and be the first one to go?
As in, you want to leap to the rescue, right? And mouse cursor returns to center. This just says park, doesn't it? Park. We're still in the park, everybody. Just in case you thought this video game has any scenes other than the park, that's where we still are.